Hello, wine buyers. How are you? I hope all is well. Christian here from Indy. Today we're tasting one of the classics, like one of the defining wines of our whole portfolio, the octopus wine, the Polpo. Um, okay, here it is. That's why we call it the octopus wine. Rosso Polpo, 2022, or Red Octopus 2022. Okay, let's talk about the label. Where did the label come from? This guy right here. We were looking for something Sicilian 10 years ago as a sister wine to the Langhe Rosso, Vino Rosso al Popolo, which we also do, which is fantastic, in my opinion. And we started having kind of conversations, and the people I was working with, the label said, what's your idea of what you want to do this in terms of Sicily? I'm like, well, it's Nerello Mascalese. At the time, there was the rising kind of conversation in Etna. It was very exciting in terms of exploring the various new producers and export bottlings that were coming to the marketplace. And so I said, we're doing Nerello Mascalese, and we'd found a producer, not this one at the time, but someone else who was in Western Sicily. And I said, and I've been to Sicily, but I haven't really vacationed there, but I have kind of a dream of it. And with both Popolo and Polpo, I start from this kind of romantic vision of the way in which I want to experience these places. And with Polpo, for me, it's grilled seafood. I mean, we all kind of get bombarded with reels of Sicily or Sardinia or what have you. I mean, the quality of that water, the transparency, the color alone, the water, the sea looks delicious. Like you just want to sleep in it. It looks fantastic. Sicily known for its impeccable quality of its ingredients and food. You don't really have to do anything to it. It's really just cooking lightly and letting the natural fruit or flavors of the proteins and vegetables come through, and the ingredients are so amazing. You're good. It's fantastic. So I had this vision of I like sailing, so anchoring off a beautiful beach, going snorkeling and then swimming ashore and having a friend there who's local, just grilling up seafood, grilling up some octopus, and then just getting off the beach, saying ciao. He's got a cold glass of Nerello Mascalese in a tumbler and says, "Here, drink this." And I'm like, "Yep, that's what it's all about. Like eating grilled octopus after swimming in that beautiful sea, coming off the beach in Sicily." Rosso Polpo. Okay, so here we've fast forward. We've gone to a different producer. One, we work with Fazio, who's in Erice, in western Sicily, literally on the water outside of Trapani. We work with Fazio because they are certified organic, and we only do two collaborations. We do Popolo and we do Polpo from Italy. And one of the boxes that we must check with the collaborations is certified organic farming. I know in so many different iterations of wine, natural wine, progressive wine, modern wine, wherever else, there's talk about cellar work. There's actually too much talk about cellar work, not enough talk about farming. But wine comes from grapes, and grapes, if you're going to start with great wine, we should talk foundationally, and the number one thing are the grapes farmed organically, sustainably at minimum. I always say I buy organic milk for my kids, so why can't I make a choice to buy wines that are farmed organically? Anyways, so Fazio, of course, it's estate vineyards, certified organic farming. After that, it's really just simple fermentation and simple élevage in stainless steel. The idea, again, kind of like that food, is just less is more. We're not trying to change the grapes. We're not trying to change the wine. We're just trying to let the natural fruit come through. Now, I'll taste this with you, but the one thing I'll say, having had two different producers on the western part of Sicily making Nerello versus Etna, there's a vibrancy, almost like the color of the wine got neonified on the western side. It's brighter. It's just brighter. After time and with oxygen, you have this the day two, and the earthiness, of the Nerello pops out. But the first taste on these wines from Western Sicily, certainly the Nerello Polpo, is almost it's not Jolly Rancher, crazy vibrant, not crazy neon, but there's a little bit of this amplification, which one makes the wine delicious. just absolutely, glue, gulpable, whatever you want. It's delicious. But it definitely makes it more approachable. And I think for the lay customer, they like it. It's not as, and maybe not as challenging to them. But I don't think it takes away from the grape, nor do I think it takes away from the quality of the wine. Okay, here we go. Let's get into it. I put a slight chill on this because I like reds slightly chilled. Young reds anyway. Yeah, there's that fruit. Not Jolly Rancher, but just a little more pop, of that like super lacquered cherry. The delicious factor is high in this one. But again, unlike, let's say, if we went to New World wines where delicious equals alcohol equals out of balance equals crazy, this is completely in balance. Acid's there. There's definitely vibrancy of fruit. Certainly kind of beyond buoyancy into like, it's not sweet, but like a sweetness of the fruit. That's why I like the chill on it a lot. Underneath it is the bramble. All right, we think about like boysenberries or raspberries, and then we think about like the smell of like picking them, but underneath the earthy smell of the leaves and the bramble and the branches and the woods underneath those berries. We're getting that there. Kind of an ode to Nerello. The point of this wine is to be an onboard wine. For Sicily, an onboard wine for Etna. So, wonderful to offer Etna wines. They're fantastic. I Vigneri, amazing. But they come with a price point. They do come with a price point. So here, this wine is under 20 in a shop. This wine, you can see pricing. I'll see pricing later. By the glass, this is a 15 or below by the glass, and absolutely offers you the ability to talk about Sicily in a beautiful way, in an approachable way for the customers, in a fun way because of the delicious factor, and certainly if it get those folks excited, you can bring them over to the east side and start talking about volcanics and and just bonkers good Nerello Mascalese from Etna. Okay, enjoy. Cheers, Polpo.